Water is a basic human right, and while we shouldn't have to fight for it, we better.
Karen Weaver was the first woman to serve as mayor of Flint, Michigan. The psychologist moved from a medical office to political office in November 2015, a year and a half after state leaders switched the city's water source to the Flint River. It didn't take long to realize something wasn't right.
People holding up bags of hair, people holding up jugs of brown water. We knew something was wrong, and it really took someone from Virginia Tech to come in as an independent party and test our water.
Those tests found extremely high levels of lead in the water. Around the same time, the Environmental Protection Agency was notified by the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality that the Flint water treatment plant had no corrosion control treatment in place. It sparked a bitter back and forth between city and state leaders debating the safety of the water. The feds were now asking questions, and the people of Flint were caught in the middle of what had become a full-on water crisis. Sound familiar?
I remember saying, when I get in office, I'm going to declare an emergency. Because there was no other choice. We needed to declare an emergency. And I got a lot of pushback from saying, you don't need to declare an emergency. It's not going to get you, it's only going to get you $5 million. I said, right now we have no million. I'll take it and we'll go from there.
2 months later, President Barack Obama issued an emergency declaration over what the administration described as, quote, contaminated water. Weaver served one term, and the Flint water crisis was in the headlines, most of it. Although she's no longer in office, she's still sounding the alarm, and not just in Flint.
Jackson and Flint have a lot in common when you talk about demographics, when you talk about the issues and challenges that we face as a predominantly black community.
The capital city has a special place in Weaver's heart. She received her bachelor's degree from Tougaloo College and returns from time to time for events on campus.
I just felt that it was important to be able to come here and say, you can make demands. Mm-hmm. You need to hold people accountable, and don't be afraid to do that.
Weaver added this.
There are tables we need to be at. You need to look at who you're putting in office, because the people that you put in office have the power to give other people positions at those tables where we need to be.
Weaver said it's been almost a decade since the Flint water crisis first made headlines, and the work continues. Infrastructure projects are ongoing, and doctors are seeing the physical and mental health impacts of the lead and contaminants in the water. She offers these words to Mississippi leaders on all levels, and especially to the people of Jackson.
Don't let anybody take your voice. I went into office under emergency manager. They said, you have no power, what will you do? I said, I'm going to use my voice. I said, nobody can take that from me. Do not give up, don't give in, because that's what people want us to do. That's what they want us to do, and we can't do it.
In Jackson, Aaron Pickens, 16 WAPT News.